Where's your camera?
And they can hear us.
That camera needs to get adjusted.
Ah, like a fly.
Hi, everyone.
Of course it does.
Oh.
Nope, wrong way.
Bear with us.
Technically, that's a placeholder. I think that's as good as it's gonna get.
Really?
In order to keep all three of you on the screen.
Oh. Okay, that works.
Alright, but...
Oh, we already have people in chat. Hi, everyone.
Hi, everybody. We had a Darwin, a Sean, a Panda, all hanging out in chat, ready for game. You may recognize a somewhat new face, at least new to this campaign. Over here we have Teddy, who will be joining the Wicked Ways campaign. And we also have another extra new face. This is Heidi, who will be joining our campaign potentially as well. I say potentially because we're just kind of seeing how things mesh at first. D&D can be hard to find good groups that you work well with, so, you know.
Yeah, you might be like, this group is absolutely crazy.
Oh yeah.
And that might be a good thing.
This is borderline a comedy campaign just because of all the chaos that happens.
That's fun though.
Like, you thought that the rolling for the fart in the other campaign was funny?
Don't roll for a fart.
Yes.
Oh my god!
I missed that part. Was that you?
No. But that whole game was me doing this.
So, in this campaign...
Like to what, if it happened or how it would smell. I mean,
Yes.
my other game
There was a
we
roll to make
actually
sure
rolled
he-
for a fart.
There was a
other
roll to make
week
sure
or
he
two.
didn't shit himself.
Oh my god!
There was rolls to see how bad the stench was and if the other people were gonna leave the room or not. But in this game, we've had multiple rolls of people pissing themselves, shitting themselves, biting each other's dicks.
Listen, this is very, very highbrow.
I'm not sure what I got myself into. I'm liking it, but I'm not sure what I got myself into.
Now you know.
I'm good. I'm even into this more.
Now
A
we
lot
can
of
plot.
With it.
A lot of it is centered around the cleric. So that tells you a lot about this campaign, too. But we left off on quite a bit of a cliffhanger, and we left y'all hanging for a while, but we're finally getting back to it. We left off with Calamorn kind of slinked back in Sanctuary, casting healing spells here and there. He might be here later, work things happen. And Sin had leapt over the table during a conversation with the mayor and attacked her, which initiated a confrontation that resulted in two dead guards and a mayor, and a guard that kind of put down their weapons and sat down and was like, I'm just gonna wait to talk, I'm not trying to sign up for Death's Door today. And we have not seen what's going to unfold from killing a mayor in the first major city you guys went to. So, Sin.
So, Josh, did you have to get off?
I think it's froze.
Did his camera?
No, I'm here.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Like, don't worry.
Sin, Edmund, you guys have your captive.
Okay.
Sin and Edmund, you guys have your captive. What do you wish to do?
So, please remind me exactly what happened with this captive. Just refresh.
He saw the tides of battle turning against them, and, you know, he was offered a chance to put down his weapons, and he did so. And then sat down in a chair and waited for you guys to finish.
Oh, so we were going to join to our little cult, right?
Bless.
So you yield.
I'm not trying to knock on death's door today.
Then that means you follow us now.
And what does following you entail?
That's probably smart.
We'll see. We'll see if you'll be any use.
Care to share your goal? We might have a common one.
In due time. First, I have to see if you're loyal.
So did you even give your real names, or?
I'm Sinarco. My name will be remembered.
I am Sancred.
Got it. So now, Thancred, with your assistance,
Discord's freaking out again.
I don't want to. Oh, are you good?
It really is.
Oh, it wasn't freaking out? Okay. Right. Thancred.
Yeah, I'm good.
If you can expand that,
Yeah, it's very
you just gotta click on it, yeah.
good. Just click on it.
With his name. There you go. That
There we
works.
go. Thancred. That's it.
Yes. Oh, wave.
Let me see your use. You know your way around here, don't you?
But I do.
What's gonna happen next? The mayor's dead?
Well, that depends largely on what you all decide to do next. Are you going to go out there proclaiming that the mayor doth died so you have claim, or are you going to try and
What do
hide
you...
the mayor's death? Are
You know this town, right? How long
Yes.
have you been here?
2.5 years now.
What do you recommend?
Well, half the people in this town didn't like purebloods. Half the people in this town did.
So they're split. And you obviously are for the purebloods.
They are a paycheck.
You
I
just saw them as a paycheck, really.
I personally believe that magic should be monitored, not restricted. I think they are too harsh in their goals,
The purebloods are just scared of true power.
as are most people. If you don't want it, you tend to be afraid of it.
What is your take on power?
And as I said, I believe magic should be monitored, not restricted. I think we should keep track of the most powerful mages, anyone that delves into necromancy, any ridiculous items.
I'm not the best at politics. I agree.
Did I say that?
But so I don't want to have to deal with more issues.
If you want to avoid politics, then hiding the mayor's death and claiming they have someone else as active mayor that you trust would be optimal for avoiding politics and uprising.
What did his cabinet look like? The other people that he had in charge here.
Well, 2 of them are dead now. And then there was me. As far as officially in charge, that was pretty much it. And as far as unofficially, most of the townsfolk tend to be fairly fond of Ursula.
Ursula. Right, the magic lady.
Yes, the octopus lady. Yes, I have an octopus lady named Ursula in this campaign.
That's cool.
She runs a magic shop. Ursula's useless items.
So, that
No,
means you are technically the next in line.
I mean, I'd be the next one to command the purebloods, not necessarily the city.
Who would be the next for the city?
You killed him.
Then it's me.
Should you choose the mayor role?
What do you think, Edmund?
Don't you think you have enough on your plate?
All I see is that my power continues to grow.
Maybe Ursula?
I guess I could talk with her. I haven't met her. It was you and Kelmore that talked with Ursula.
You're right.
So you met Ursula then? He turns to Edmund at this point. What do you think of her?
That would be correct.
What do you think of Ursula?
She's interesting, to say the least.
Interesting.
She has most of the people's trust, whether they do or do not like the purebloods.
Does anyone else enter this room?
The secretary up in the reception.
Okay. Edmund, what do we do with these bodies?
Yeah. I don't know.
Giving them a minute to think.
Looking around the room, is there a back entrance?
There's a single window, there is not another entrance. But giving you two a minute to think on what to do with the bodies, you two would, after having seen of these exploits and the prolonged them being in this mayor's building that people don't usually go into, especially not for this long, would either of your curiosity be piqued enough to try and look in a window, go in a reception, anything like that?
So we watched them all go in, but we
Yes.
didn't see any of the action that happened, right?
No, you've seen what they've done outside of the mayor's office
Okay.
that kind of pinged your radar in the first place. Them just being in the mayor's office for about half an hour to 40 minutes now.
Would we have heard, or would I have heard, or whatever, would we have heard any of the commotion? Let's say, I don't know the battle, whether I was battle, but would we have heard any of the, maybe like a little battle sound?
That would depend on how close you would get and if you were trying to go in the reception or near the window.
I would definitely, like, if they pricked my curiosity, I definitely would have made a window.
Okay, then go ahead and roll a perception check for me. First roll of the night.
This.
So your the sound went off, but your alert didn't go off on the stream.
Oh. Oh, well, thank you for resubbing with Pride. And thank you, Broken, for hosting.
16.
Let's see. You definitely would have heard, like, maybe one clanging metal sound and the thud.
Ooh, I'm in.
But you the
I'm in.
very tail end. So, are you looking into the window at this point? Okay. Roll a stealth check.
What am I roll for?
Stealth, just to try and peek into the window without them noticing you.
Is it
12.
a versus roll?
What is y'all's passive perception? Because you guys are busy dealing with your captain at the
Yeah,
moment. You're not going to be looking out the window.
And I'm only going like this. I'm not going, here I am! What's going on there, guys?
Can I get a perception roll from
Or
you,
like
by
this.
the way?
No, you got 18 naturally, so whatever your plus is going to be.
24.
So, having kept an eye on this group, you now notice that there is someone peeking into the window at the building.
W.
Which
Would you care to describe your character so she knows what she's seeing? And for the stream.
Wood elf, dark. Let me see what I got here. Jalen is a 5'7" wood elf, dark hair, olive skin with green eyes, with a tattoo along his face.
So, what was
Or
y'all's
is it a
passive
tattoo?
perception? Were you able to find it?
Can you? Oh, I found it finally. My characters. I had to relog in. I think there was an update.
Logan? Okay, so you don't notice him, Edmund.
13.
You notice him. Because you had a
just-
12, correct?
Just peering right back at you. I was just like,
You've gotten pretty used to feeling stares at this point just because of the shenanigans that y'all have been up to.
I don't.
So you kind of register it as you're talking, that you're being stared at again.
I'm gonna take a dagger. And not necessarily throw it through the window, but right next to it.
Okay,
Is there
roll.
glass in the window?
There's glass in the window. Go ahead and roll an attack. As long as you don't roll a nat 1, you'll be able to avoid smashing the window.
I rolled a 3. That's close.
Hitting a wall isn't hard.
Okay.
It doesn't stick, so it's not as intimidating as you'd like it to be.
It's fine.
But you are made aware that, at the very least, she knows of your presence. Edmund, you see Sin throw a dagger at the wall.
Not well.
I meant.
Right.
What the hell are you doing?
At which point you will see the eyes peering over at you from the window. To which the guard just...
So...
Hello?
Gaymer, do you know who that is?
Not a clue.
Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take...
The window opens. You can let him in at this point. He's seen what you've done.
Time out real quick. So describe the bodies on the floor. Give me the race.
So there is a slightly older, was it elven or human female, the mayor?
I think it was Elder.
Okay.
Human male. This one has so much armor it's kind of hard to see the
Okay.
race immediately, but he's dead on a table.
Okay.
And then there is a human male that's sitting at the table. Sin appears human. Edmund appears human. And then Kelmorn is an old gnome in the back with bald on top and hair that spikes out to the side. That's all white.
Okay.
Yeah, Crit. What we're gonna do now is take the secretary hostage and head over to Ursula. We'll explain things along the way. And find out who the hell that is.
Why is taking the secretary hostage necessary?
He said he's the only one that goes into this room, correct?
She.
It's a she, okay.
You should have talked to her on your way in.
I don't
But-
remember.
Fair enough. But she generally doesn't come in unless she's asked to. If I were to go out and say that the mayor is asked not to be disturbed, she wouldn't. And I
Fair.
can accompany you if you would like.
That works. Good plan.
She's an old woman. Look, she's been through a lot.
So I walk towards the window.
So open in or out?
It goes up.
Oh, nice things in there. Nice. Before you get there, what you guys doing in here? You're having fun. What?
And who may you be?
Oh no, you brought me here. Oh, my name's Jalen.
Jalen.
I'm
So
sad,
you-
Cred. Says the
What are you doing here?
Been hunting with a guild for a couple months. They stopped hunting the drow. The Black Archer told me to come this way. I came this way. Here you are. I don't know what he has in store for me, but he seems to want me to be drawn to you. What? I know I told him.
That is the weirdest flirt I have ever heard. Says the guard.
Fair enough. I mean, I guess you could follow me.
Does Edmund have any thoughts on this?
I've had enough going on. I'm a few seconds behind. I'm watching the stream.
No, you're good.
It's easier.
Edmund,
Oh.
let's go to Ursula.
Someone climbed through the window.
Yes.
Okay. Hi.
Let's go.
Alright. I assume Edmund removes the immovable rod.
Move the immovable.
Yes. Yes. I'm taking that rod back.
Okay. So you guys are able to...
Manfred, can you lock up?
Sure. He grabs the keys off the mayor's desk.
Is there wait before I leave the room? Does the mayor have anything iconic, like maybe a ring or something, an insignia that says that they're the mayor? That I can loot off of them?
Anything that says like mayor
No,
specifically
just
on
like,
it?
like specifically a ring. I don't know if mayors in this world get like rings or.
Oh,
I
that's
don't
pretty
know.
decent. Like a ring or
Or like it's something, you know what I mean?
A ring would be
Pin.
like okay. It's a mayor.
The
Sash.
mayor.
Just set of rings.
It's like
M-A-Y-E-R, so set of rings.
A rhinestone.
A rhinestone.
Mayor.
You gotta wear this cowboy hat.
Alright, let me pull up. Had a full sheet for her. She has. Go ahead and roll an investigation for me to loot her body.
$19.
Okay. You find one ruby amulet on a pitch black chain. The ruby is about the size of a grape. You find she has a helmet you can take, but it's kind of beat up.
Do you want this, Edmund?
No.
And you find another. You do find a ring. Are you proficient in Arcana? I can't recall.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and roll Arcana check for me then.
That is a 6.
You do not know what it does,
Okay.
but you have found a possibly magical ring.
Ruby necklace thing, right?
Mhm.
And a ring. Cool. Alright, let's head over. And Jalen?
Yo.
Who do you follow? What is your god?
I follow the Black Archer.
You can roll a religion check or a history check to see if you know what that is.
15?
It's not completely unforeign. Like, you feel like you've heard it in passing, but it's not one commonly mentioned among Asimars.
Have you heard of Therisdom?
I have not.
Well, you will learn. Because that is who we all follow.
You follow the god of madness. That lines up.
Should be fun.
There's a little like you. Do you leave at this point?
Yep.
Alright. I'll leave. You see the group come out with a guard and a person you didn't see enter with them.
3-man enter, 4-man leaves.
Literally. It would, with the amount of time that they have taken, the new person that's with them, that's definitely not the mayor, because you've seen the mayor, and the mayor is female at the very least. That'd be kind of enough curiosity for you to maybe approach, or would you still kind of slink back and keep an eye on them?
I think I would be slinking back and just kind of observing from a distance.
Go ahead and
I'm
give me
aware.
a stealth check then. Considering that y'all are now on edge since you found another person watching you, I will give you guys a perception roll.
16 plus 8. 4.
That one. I don't know this.
14 plus 8, 22. Yeah.
So,
Math.
not quite. You get the feeling that you're being watched, but you're not able to pinpoint. Edmund, did you do a perception roll? I know you're a little bit behind.
18.
You are unnoticed. You guys make your way to Ursula's then. And this is the first time that you've seen Ursula.
Yes.
Let me pull up a reference image. You haven't gone into Ursula's shop, so you haven't seen her, you've heard of her, you know she's fairly well liked around here. But you definitely haven't seen her. You enter Ursula's useless items and see this woman standing at the desk.
Are those boobs?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Damn.
I'm down.
Damn.
Your first question
Tickle them
about
all.
Octopus Lady. Are those boobs?
I couldn't really make out the picture. It was just a giant
I mean, if you look from the
watermelon.
top
I was just
down.
like, holy crap.
This is the image, and the first
Put it
question
down a
is
little bit.
boobs.
Oh, there we go. There we
The
go.
boobs are whitewashed out.
Yeah.
You can't really see it.
But let's just reference Lady Dimitrescu, since most of you know her. That level of endowment is what is occurring here.
So that's what I see.
Yes. Edmund, welcome back, she says. And who might... Well, I know you said Craig, but who were you?
So you must be Ursula.
That I am.
It's a pleasure. I am Sin Arco.
And to what do I owe this visit? Are you here to peruse my items, or...?
I'm here to speak with you about something. So, have you met this Dan Crid fellow?
Oh, of course. He's the one that keeps the rest of them off my back.
Well, my crew and Dan Crid, mentioned you. And I don't know how much you know the mayor, or how you feel about the mayor.
I mean, we had a drink or two together, just so I could establish my shop here and get the right permits, but we're not exactly close.
I dropped the chain. Do you recognize this?
The ruby necklace? That's the mayor's. And I doubt she lent it to you.
This place has no place for those who seek to push out vanquish magic. Magic is to flourish. It's to grow. It equals power.
You say to someone running a magical item shop, trust me, I understand.
That's what's gonna change here in this town. There's gonna be new ownership.
Is that to be you?
Well, I don't know if I have the time to really deal with all the details.
You seem in quite a rush. From what I gathered from Edmund and Kelmorn, you were only here but a day, and now we've already killed the mayor, so what's next?
What's next? We're gonna unite this land.
You'll see them enter the store, by the way. If you want to get close enough to hear the conversation, you'll have to do another stealth roll. And this would be passive perception, at the very least for you and Edmund, since you're preoccupied with Ursula.
Okay.
Considering you don't have a super vested interest in this conversation currently, just kind of a you're intrigued thing, I would allow you a perception roll. I figure you'd be kind of glancing around as this conversation goes, so.
Right, I mean, yeah.
I have 14. Sucks.
13.
I didn't care. I was like, oh,
So
as I'm glancing at Ursula.
So I don't really...
you get the sensation that you're being watched, but you can't pinpoint a location.
I'm too distracted by Ursula's boobs.
I
I rolled a 1. That makes sense. I'm like, I'm just gonna look up. What's this over here?
I can get lost in that. Oh god.
8 10, no problem. This is weird. What's it over there?
Squirrel! We have plenty of interesting wares, depending on what you're looking for, my dear.
I think you have.
I want to say something.
Go for it!
No. It's not in the Sin Arco.
Say it for Kelworn.
For Kelworn?
Yeah.
Oh, I think you're blushing.
So. You come highly recommended. We need someone that the people here trust. Someone that they can really get behind. Someone who believes in our movement. And I believe that may be you.
I mean, outside of the mayor herself, I would like to think that most people did, in fact, trust me.
Do you have any, I guess, knowledge, politics?
I have plenty of knowledge in many things, my dear. What exactly do you want to know?
I need someone who could really take over this town, basically. I'm offering you mayorship.
And what do you want? You did the dirty work.
Resources, people. I'm building up my own town. We're building up our own cathedral. I'm building up our practice. All I ask for is that we build a shrine dedicated to Tharizdun here, and we.
Oh. Okay.
Do you follow?
I mean, I've studied. I don't necessarily follow any of the deities. I try to be as neutral as possible.
Well, we're gonna need Tharizdun to be up on top here.
Okay.
That's what I'm asking for.
That's a hard sell, certainly. But little by little, I'm sure I can work it through the people that it's in their best interest to appease him, if anything.
It's a good way to spin it. But the appeasing won't be tolerated for long. They're gonna have to follow eventually.
Appeasing is the start, my dear. You have to start small with most of these people.
I guess. So, we have a deal.
Certainly.
Bancred,
Eh?
how do we draw up the papers? What's next?
Well, I doubt you all will be able to be in a second time. At least not until I bring Ursula in. I tell the receptionist the mayor asks for her, I'll take her in. I've seen the mayor's signature enough, I could probably forge it decently. And
The mayor takes a nice vacation.
sign over the mayorship. As far as what to do with the bodies, I can plop them out the window for you, but that's up to you to get rid of.
Kelmon, can you burn them?
You see him kind of
Oh, can I?
like he's excited.
I thought you never asked.
But have we had a nice little chime in at all? We have not. He's probably busy. He is at work.
Yeah.
But so you made your dealings with Ursula. If that is all, then I will escort her there. Where should we find you afterwards?
Edmund? What's the next plan on the docket? Oh, he took his headphones off.
Oh, and you, my dear. Were you with them, or were you hoping to peruse?
Oh, I'm sorry, what?
Edmund, what is the next plan on the docket? After we deal with the bodies.
I don't really know.
Because it's been a while, I will remind you that you have your father's emblem, you have another hunting contract still, and you haven't talked to the Hunters Guild more about your father's emblem yet. Allowing for a delay because technology. Oh.
You want to go kill some shit?
Whoa, I'm down. I'm down. Where we go? What are we killing?
Oh, you're proficient in fighting.
Drow.
I guess we'll have to see your skills in the battlefield.
I don't miss.
You can
So
see
what
he's
is this?
carrying-
Can you explain to me this whole Hunters Guild? What is going on with that?
You can see he's carrying a bow, by the way.
Oh, I didn't see that before.
That's
We basically get paid to kill monsters.
I mean, straightforward, okay.
It allows you. It basically grants you permissions to carry weapons within certain cities.
Well,
Or
I already
there's
have
hunters'
permissions.
You plan on going to other cities, don't you?
Yes.
Hunters Guild will help you not have to deal with checks.
Fair enough. That I do find useful. I don't have to deal with the gods at the next city.
Then
No-
just
no
gives you a
offense.
blank
I know.
look like, really?
No offense.
I'm right here!
I mean, you were smart. You bowed to pure power.
I mean, I didn't literally bow. I knew I was outmatched.
I'll let that one slide.
Sarcastic salute.
I'm grabbing my notes. Be right back. Oh, okay.
So,
Hey, Sean. How are you doing tonight?
Sean is one of our regulars within the chat, so. Sean is also an amazing editor. If you haven't seen it, do exclamation point Sean in the chat and you can see his YouTube videos. Seeing an incredibly awkward person play Honey Pop of all things is hilarious. Your response to Candace's most recent outfit, on point. And the whole smelly thing that you discovered, that was hilarious. If you guys don't know what Honey Pop is, it's basically like a match 3 kind of game, but your ultimate goal is to have sex with as many
Oh
women
my
as possible.
god. That's... Yeah.
And there's full on nudity in the game too.
so you're a high school boy. Got it.
So,
Are you going off to complete the hunt then?
sure.
Well then, you'll know where to find us.
It was a sewer monster, right?
Yep, something in the sewers. Something wicked this becomes.
So, technically, do we have Joey's character still here? Did they just leave?
They completely left the group.
Okay.
She did not like that you were slaughtering wildlife and whatnot, and just
That was the justification.
because her whole Thea was a witch of the woods. It's a player that we lost due to scheduling issues, but character-wise, she took issue with the murder of wildlife and lack of any real concern for the forest where she's from. But
Yeah, I'm following Edmund. Edmund, you are our tracker.
you see Ursula leave with Thancred and go back to the mayor's place. And then you see these 3 exit, which at this point, since she was kind of right outside the shop listening in,
Should
you heard a
we
good
get
chunk
some
of the
rest?
conversation. You see her outside of the shop. Would you care to describe your character so they know what they see?
I am an elegant elf. I'm about 5'5", small for an elf. I've got kind of sun-bronze-looking skin, auburn hair down my ass, braids, curls, flowers and leaves interspersed through my hair. And if you're perceptive, you might catch a glimpse of my friend.
Of your what?
Of my friend.
You have a friend?
So you have them out freely with you right now?
He's kind of peeking.
Okay.
But
Through your friend. Okay, so like the thing that makes him different isn't noticeable currently.
right.
Okay. If you want to see the friend, you guys can roll perception rolls for it, but immediately at least you see her.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's not gonna.
22.
You see a cat face peeking out from her hood.
Oh, and who may you be?
I'm Kiri.
Kiri. I'm just curious.
I saw what you did.
Were you listening to our conversation?
Maybe a little. I mean, it's kind of hard not to hear you talk about. And I'm right outside the door. And the window's open. I mean, I don't think you were trying to hide it.
Oh, I like her.
Guess you have a point. We weren't being as secretive as we should have been.
I just kind of waltzed in. Yeah, we killed the mayor. Can you take over? That's basically what just happened. Like, no checks to see
I'm
if
sorry, you
anyone
guys
else
talking?
was-
All I saw was.
And can I help you?
Do you have any cookies?
Kilmorn has cookies. Don't you, Kilmorn?
I don't know if you want these cookies.
He's crazy. He actually lost a couple cookies.
I'm not doing the Kilmore voice, so I don't know how to do that.
I mean, otherwise,
This group,
no, I'm pretty good. I've got what I need.
This group seems pretty strong, if not to mention the talk of Sarah's Doom, and, you know, considering your backstory, Sarah's Dune alone is enough to kind of pique your interest, because you did a little bit of research to try and figure out what they were after. And seeing the capability of this group, you get the idea that if anyone can deal with that, they would probably be the ones to be able to help you, especially since you overheard that they're amassing power.
I asked her. So, are you a resident of this town?
No.
Real quick, what's your race?
I am an Asimar, but I am basically like.
She doesn't have her wings out, so Asimars basically look like humans or elves unless they show their wings.
Okay. What's the other two races?
Human.
Edmund's human, and
No.
no. Oh, that's
Crazy
a little
old
guy.
one. Yeah.
That's you can't see me. It's really here. Go back on me.
Then may I ask who do you follow? Do you have a god?
I mean, I'm from the Feywild.
Oh, another one of those.
I don't really have anything. Like, I just kind of go where I'm interested in going.
Well, it's been a pleasure. I mean, in character,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
No, if you.
So I start to walk away. I mean,
So in Elvish, we'll say it's been a long time since I've been anywhere seen another elf in a while. Why don't you just come with us? At least I get somebody with a similar face that I can look at and talk to.
Sure. I don't have anything better going on right now.
Me neither.
Oh,
If you speak Elvish, you understand.
I do. Oh, we have another follower then.
The more.
I do.
I'm guessing that's a response to speak Elvish.
I go, Edmund. What? I guess it's working.
Yes.
It's working, right?
The more the merrier. That's the closest to a Kalmar voice you're getting. As he saunters off to go set some things on fire.
Nice.
At this point, I'm just following Edmund to the hunt.
Yes, we're following them. I'm following them.
Okay.
I'm going to the sewers.
The contract tells you which grate to go in. And for the sake of time, I will avoid y'all having to do like rolls to
Wait,
get
I
in,
turn
but-
to Kelmore. Do me a favor, Kelmore. You are great in battle, but can you keep an eye on Dan Crid and Ursula? We have to make sure that our plan follows through.
Well, then who the hell's gonna keep you guys alive?
Me, of course.
So you can heal people now.
I've always been
Yeah, but not as good as me.
Fine.
People.
Can you?
I can't.
I can heal people.
Wait.
We're awesome.
That's right.
You're not needed anymore. Bye-bye.
Well, I
just-
say I'm appreciated.
No.
Storms off.
Is exactly what he would say.
Although I'm not sure too good what a ranger's going to be good in a sewer. It's not a dungeon.
Our
It's a
first-
ranger.
Hunt has to be in the sewer.
I mean, your first hunt was in the woods, where you killed some big ass wolves.
Oh, I did.
And I mean like bigger than dire wolves, kind of big.
So we're in a sewer?
Yes.
Smells lovely.
Oh yeah. You guys are able to get the grate open without too much difficulty, especially considering Sin's natural strength. Strength is your high stat, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so you would be the
Strong
one
and
to
fluid.
heave open the grate. Because they are like solid metal.
That's impressive.
You guys enter. The contract isn't too clear on where this creature is, as most people that have gone for it haven't come back. But you know there's something down here.
Oh, Edmund, what are we hunting?
Edmund, what are we hunting?
I don't actually know. My notes said sewer monster, that's about it.
And that's about as specific as the contract is.
Ooh, fascinating.
Somebody flushed the goldfish.
Aww.
Oh.
Goldie.
No, it's Florida, y'all are getting the alligator. You guys can do survival checks or investigation checks to see if you notice anything that you wouldn't normally see in an unobstructed sewer.
You say survival?
Yes. Survival to try and track a creature. Investigation just to try and find something.
13.
10.
24.
Bad
Okay.
days.
So was y'all's investigation or survival?
Survival.
I'm a survival.
It was a 13. There's definitely something living down here, but it's hard to pinpoint exactly what. You.
Investigation, yeah.
Yours is investigation?
Yeah.
Okay. You kind of take the time to look around, and you notice that there's an odd amount of spider webs.
Guys, did you see this?
You grab one down.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Noted.
Maybe not.
Um,
Why are you pulling those down?
As you grab it down,
Why are you rolling all those dice?
you notice that the spider web isn't just one spider web. There's at least one strand that kind of continues along and connects to another spider web further in.
Oh god, it's it.
What is it? It's it.
Yellow float is.
It's gonna create no more song. So can I tell like which like are we at and so it's
like if you
it's
follow it, you're able to.
there's only like one way for it to go.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm like guys, there's look, this strand goes all the way down. This is not just little spiders.
Are you going to follow it down or?
Well,
Do y'all have fire arrows?
I have regular arrows.
Kill one, keep. Oh wait.
Dang it! Just piss off the gnome. See what happens.
You immediately needed help.
Well, I guess I'm just going to.
Can I light my swords on fire?
You're gonna take them out and set them on fire? It's hard for you to see down here, by the way, Mr. Human.
Ooh,
Yep.
we don't have that problem.
Yeah, all
That's
three of
why
you
I'm
have
doing
dark
it.
vision.
That's why I'm doing it.
Alright. So, you see him pull out his swords, and he sets them ablaze.
Ooh.
Is this one of the things you have to hurt yourself for, or is this just a natural thing you can do? Edmund.
Yes. Yes, it is. I have to take 7 points of damage.
So you see him pull out his swords, and as he pulls them out, he like seemingly purposely nicks himself, and then his blade set ablaze.
Whoa.
Cool.
No, your wrist. No. Alright, I start heading in. I'm gonna tank.
Alright, Tinker's gonna tank.
Is there enough space for me to use my arrows?
I mean, as you progress, you see there are definitely some long passageways. If you want a clear shot, you're gonna have to be one of the people in front. There's enough for two of you to walk, like
Yeah,
walk side
I'll
by
notch
side.
Aaron and walk alongside.
Okay. So Axe and Shield is Sin. Tall Ranger is our Ranger. And then we have Calmer not there.
I shoot him away.
So, Edmund, are you staying in the far back or are you standing close to the others? And where would you place yourself?
I will be
With the gnome, even now.
I'll stay close to the others.
I'll be kind of in the middle, I think.
Okay, so then this works out.
Based on this one.
So you're following it along and you come across a four-way split. At this point, the web, the string of webs that you're following does go in different directions. Those of you with dark vision, what is that? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah.
That's
Anyone
60
with
feet.
anyone with over 30 feet of dark vision is able to see that there is a large opening ahead. There's also an opening off to the right and just a straight, like, not hallway because you're in the sewers, but the equivalent of a hallway off to the left.
The sewers are on my thing. I have no idea where we're going.
Let's go to the right.
So you're gonna venture off to the right? Alright.
And the archer. Oh,
Army men men are not the most stable. Minis are expensive, okay? For those of you that aren't into D&D, minis are expensive. So you make your way over to the right. You see the smell here is even worse than it has been thus far. You see an accumulation of, you don't want to know, kind of caught in another section of web, but it's a very large section of web. And you see a couple small, like regular sized spiders, but nothing that would make a web this big. There's nothing moving in the immediate vicinity that you guys can see. You can do a perception check to try and see more. You can do a survival check to try and figure out what would make a web this big.
So, let's do survival.
The perception.
So you said that there was a little sack of something?
No, there's an
I got a 17.
okay. A very large web is basically blocking passageways, so a lot of sewage has accumulated because of this
that's
web.
gross.
Yeah, it smells horrible. It looks disgusting. Thank goodness you guys didn't just eat.
That's
I'm glad
22
we didn't have any
survival.
cookies.
22 survival, 17 perception. What was
Mine was 10.
10? Okay. Nice. Y'all are twinsies.
Win-win, twist win.
So, 17, you, Edmund, you're able to kind of figure out that this is a secondary, like, place of rest for the creature. Anything that would make a web this big would make an even bigger web for their main place. You are familiar enough with the creatures that you've had to hunt to notice that this is a big bitch, and is, in order to have enough space for itself, is probably in that large opening that you saw. This is not a large enough space for it to move freely. This maybe, if anything, would be like a egg-laying area.
We're in trouble. What we're looking for is back in that other room across the way. If it's what I think it is,
Letter-wise, I can almost guarantee it's not what you think it is.
big pumpkin spider.
You'll be surprised.
I will be surprised.
So, I don't think there's anything in here. Let's. make this go.
What, you're not gonna poke around the sewage?
No.
There's
Trust me,
there's eggs in this room, right?
At the moment, you don't see any. It's just kind of, you get the idea that this is the nesting grounds rather than its main, like, living and consuming.
This is the brown chicken, brown cow room.
So, Edmund, my very strong, captain of the guard, I really believe that you should investigate this room more thoroughly. We do need to have all the information that we need on this hunt, and you did take up this hunt. So I will stay right here while you work.
Can I start lighting the woods on fire?
Oh, this is not gonna turn out.
Is that what you can, do you?
I do it.
Like you're going into the room and doing this?
Here's my logic, okay? Here's my logic, right? This room isn't so big for its lair, right? So therefore, if it comes in here, it's trapped us.
That sounds reasonable.
Okay. So you set the web ablaze. You hear. Let's see, I don't know what good sounds.
Yeah, you should have done that. You should have done that. That's me saying it.
You hear, for lack of a better word, like almost clicking and hissing type noises
From the fire.
From
that's echoing through the sewer. Something is now very much aware that you are here. And what is y'all's passive perception?
13.
Hold on, I get to get back to that page. Mine is 16.
Let's try the fucker yeah dice and see how this goes. Okay. So,
13.
13,
16.
16. Close, but not quite.
I'm finding passive perception.
Yes.
Mhm.
18.
Yes.
Nice. 11? Okay. So, you
11. Yeah.
do not notice as a large beast. I'm just going to use these guys because I don't have big minis either. This is one beast, but I'm using two because it is big. You see a spider, massive spider, come up behind you. This thing is hideous. It is pitch black, but its legs have like the sewage that has been sticking to the hair is almost spider. It
Is that toilet paper stuck to it? Towel stuck to
I take out my blades. This looks like
No.
fun.
You don't see it first because
Oh,
it
I don't
succeeded
see
its
it.
stealth round.
Oh.
You notice it upon its attack.
Oh.
which,
Oh, even my 18?
even with your 18, it rolled a 17 plus 5 stealth.
Holy shit.
Well, I
that
got-
giant thing?
Yeah. Spiders are quiet.
Yeah,
what
I
do
mean,
you
it was
expect?
probably like on the roof or something.
Let's see. The two in the back were Edmund and Kyrie.
But Evan's inside now.
Oh, true.
Yeah. Aww.
I'm sorry.
Just remember it was his fault. I said it was a bad idea.
So Kyrie is going to make its attack at you.
I like that name, Kyrie.
Yeah.
Very pretty.
It reminds me of Digimon.
She has nicknames depending on her season that she is in.
Nice.
It is an 11.
Ew.
So the spider catches you off guard, but you almost feel the gust as it drops down from the ceiling and attempts to bite you, and are able to just dodge out of the way and turn around to see this hulking spider staring you down. Let's roll for initiative.
Yo. Gross thing.
Yucky thing. Really?
23.
Nice.
Ditto. 23.
Alright.
10.
Where is my initiative tracker? I'm just gonna write it down. I don't know where my initiative tracker is. Alright. So, my 23s, who has the higher dexterity mod?
Minus plus 5.
I got a +4.
Okay. So,
Figure out what I'm doing.
Oh,
we've got a Kyrie, then an Edmund. What was Sins?
Sins is an 8.
10.
10. Okay. So then we have
Jalen.
Spider, Jalen, and Sin. And then
Human. What would a human get us in this? I don't like humans.
Just something good, but it don't.
okay. First up is Kyrie. You get a response. It makes sense with initiative. This thing has just dropped down from the ceiling attempting to bite you. It now stands on the ground in front of you.
Alright. I'm gonna cast Fairy Fire.
Okay. Is that a
is-
save?
Yes. Dex save of 15.
Okay. That's a nat 1.
Nice.
So now we have advantage on attack rolls. As long as we can see it. And it cannot be invisible.
I think I forgot my gosh dang. I have like little things
Yeah,
for
it's
this.
a very helpful
That's very
spell
helpful.
if it works. Of course, that's the same with most spells, if they work.
I managed to get sleep to work. That was a hard one.
Oh
I
my
got
God.
polymorph to work finally once, and it worked in a really awesome way.
I did sleep on
That
the final boss
very
of our last
clutch.
campaign.
With BBEG.
Yeah, I did.
The entire
Sleep.
campaign, her character had been trying to get sleep to work and be useful. Unbeknownst to her, the magical artifact that she had with her the entire time was mainly to put people to sleep for years.
For years?
Yes. Like Sleeping Beauty spell type magical items that you're never able to figure out what the hell it does until after they finally dealt with the BBEG.
I didn't even need it.
Let's see, Fairy Fire is here. Bink! Look at these condition rings! Finally get to use them. Yay! Alright. So, is that your turn?
Then I'm going to, because I'm guessing it's like right above me right now.
Well, it dropped down, so it's directly in front of you now.
Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of, not much movement there, but I'll just kind of back up, maybe about 10 feet if I can.
So
Problem is, I
each
think we're
square is
blocking you.
each
Yeah.
square is 5 feet, so
Okay,
you'd
so
be
I'll
able
just
to
go
get
like
to there.
back, just so I'm not like directly like touching it, because gross.
Okay.
Because she'd be like completely disgusted, so.
Let's see.
What was it?
Its range is 5 feet, so that does mean you'd be backing out of its range, so it would get an attack of opportunity on you. You can do it, it just gets the attack.
Okay, I'll stay where I was.
Okay.
It's gonna hit me anyway.
It's like. Alright.
No, now you have the advantage on your attack rolls. Fairy
Alright. Next up is Edmund.
Are you gonna flip over everyone?
Can I rush up to it and get 3 attacks?
Sin and your new friend Jalen are kind of in the way. You can hold an action until after they go to see if they clear a way for you,
Okay.
but currently they're in the way. You could attempt to shoot it with your crossbow.
Don't roll a 1.
Yeah. But if I drop my sword, then it loses its flame abilities, so I'll hold an action.
Okay. Do you want to? I know you can't see the map. Do you want to be right up behind them so that way, as soon as the passage is cleared, you can go, or like, what is your trigger?
Yes.
Okay.
I want to be like right behind them. As soon as I have space, just run up and try and get it.
Okay. Which brings us to its turn. As the only one currently within the range still, it's going to attempt to attack Kyrie again. That's a nat 20.
Oh no!
From a nat 1 to a nat 20.
I mean, the other one would have been better, but okay. And you roll with my dice?
Yes, I did.
That's what happens.
By the way, the tow truck company is here looking for cars, not parking in visitor parking spot.
Look at that.
So then That is a D8, so it's not too bad. 2 double 4, 7 piercing damage, and you have to make a Constitution saving throw.
Do I add anything to that?
Just whatever your Constitution modifier is.
10. Oh wait, is that a 9? Yeah, that's a 9. That's better, but it's still not great. 13.
That's a save.
Oh shit.
So you
That's
take,
lucky.
you are not poisoned, but you do still take half damage.
Okay. So it was 8, you said? Damage?
It is 6 halves 3.
Okay.
You take 3 poison damage. Alrighty. Which brings us to Jalen, so you're on deck.
Alright. So I'm gonna attack the spider in front of me.
Okay.
We have advantage, right? Because you cast that barrier, left fire.
Yep.
Alright.
Attack
And I
rolls
get
have
2
advantage.
attacks. So attack number 1 is going to be
You are 5, 10, 20 feet away from it.
So
You
I'm gonna-
can choose to back up a bit if you want for your.
the second one.
Okay.
Alright. So the first one is going to be a 27.
That hits. And are you
27
are
dice.
you staying here? Are you trying to get distance, or are you trying to get closer?
What? I just shot. It's just my.
Okay.
Oh, the D8.
You mean D8? There's
You
also
got one.
pouches and right
You got one
over.
ready right here.
Nice catch.
Does 3.
Hi, is that Darwin? Hi, Darwin.
Thank you for the help is here, Darwin.
Alright, it does 8 points of damage.
Nice.
And then I'm going to say, guys, back up into the room, and I'm going to back up into the room.
Okay.
So that'll be my
Full
s-
movement speed, or
Just say back up and to the left. Back up towards you, yeah. Just
Okay.
back up and right up. Just so I can make an opening. Just so that everybody can fall back in
but
and
you
take.
still want line of sight of it?
Without the door.
Yes.
Okay. Just enough to give space. I
Yes.
You can be.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Now it's only like 15 feet, so.
Well, I have 35 feet, so yeah, that's fine.
Man is. Okay. Is
That
that your.
includes, yeah.
Okay. Sin!
I will
Kyrie, you're on deck.
leisurely move back towards that person.
So here.
No, more back.
I need to get a laser pointer.
To the left.
My left or yours?
Which character is this right here?
This
That's me.
is.
Okay,
Jalen.
to the left of Jalen. It's getting too stuffy in that hallway. I point my finger at the creature and place Hexblade's Curse.
Okay.
Ooh.
Where's Hex? Where's Hex? There it is.
I'm missing my D8 from my set.
No.
I have one, but it's not the. My set. Go.
Does that conclude your turn, or?
That was only a bonus action.
Yeah.
I'll take one of my javelins then.
You're gonna yuck it at it?
No, you know what? Eldritch Blast.
Okay. I've dealt with Eldritch Blast enough, I should have it memorized. Is it a hit, or is it it's a hit, right?
Yeah.
Not a saving throw. Okay.
Range spell attack against the target. Does a 22 hit?
Yes, it does. I will not remind you of any conditions that the creature or you all are under. That'll be up to you guys to remember if you have advantage, disadvantage, etc. We also do have a function called targeted shots, where you can target specific parts of a creature and just increase the AC depending on the part you're trying to hit. The most it increases is a +5 if you're trying to hit something really small, like an eye or a mouth.
15.
15? Okay.
Also close to critical.
Alright. Harry.
Try something I don't.
Oh wait, the trigger happened since Sid moved out of the way. Edmund! Sid moved out of the way, you have free range. Do you want to use it now?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm a little late.
You're good.
You were weighing his options.
Yes, please forgive us
That's
for
a
the
natural
tech
20.
difficulties today.
Natural 20, nice.
Yay!
So you charge up to it.
Do you want to see the map? I don't know.
I don't know if he'll be able to.
9,
I think the camera's off again. Do you wanna? Yeah, bottom.
9 slashing damage and 9 fire.
Okay.
Can you see the map now?
18 total, math.
Yes, I can.
Perfect.
Alright. Does that conclude your action? That's all you had saved up? Is this the one? I can't remember how many attacks you have per action.
Yeah, that was just my action.
Okay. Kyrie, apologies.
I have 2, but I read that if you hold your action, you only get 1.
I'm unfamiliar with this, but I'll check it later. I believe you get your full action, but we can check that later.
I'll just take 1 for now.
Okay.
I'm gonna fuck it up.
Ooh, lightning.
Yeah.
Ooh, thunder.
Mood.
Kind of weird we can hear that down the
Try
sewers.
something, but I don't. I'm not. Okay, I'm just gonna try something, see what happens, because I'm kind of curious. All right, I'm gonna cast command,
Ooh.
Okay.
and I'm debating if I want to tell it to flee or to vault. I think I'm gonna tell it.
Damien has not done the push-ups, but I don't think Damien can do push-ups today, Sean.
What do you think?
I have
It can't
not
really
done
actually-
push-ups.
can't
I
actually
forgot to turn that
just
off.
stay there.
What else can you do? You stay this close to the high. What else has to happen?
I've got it. Yeah.
What are the conditions of this package?
Like this specific one, or
Like whether like the one took it, like with him hitting it pretty hard, he's hitting it, and I hit the other one. Like, are they? How hurt are they?
it's pretty hurt. Like it probably wouldn't take much to finally squash it, but there's a lingering sensation that that's not all there is.
But wait, there's more.
Yeah. There's always more.
This is not a big enough spider for the webs you've seen, even with as big as it is. And only specifically you get that sensation that there's more because of your check earlier.
Randomness.
Yeah.
In a sewer.
Tracking and hunting is still useful.
In a sewer.
Okay, so
There
alright.
could be disturbances in the flow of the fecal matter.
Change my thought. I'm gonna do Toll the Dead
Okay.
on it.
What is it?
That's
Toll
a
the Dead.
wisdom save.
Yes.
That's another nat 20.
Oh.
Dang! I'm taking
You-
that!
You
dice
change
back.
dice. We want a new set of
That
dice.
dice is banned.
Yeah, that is a bad dice. It never did that for me, so you know.
I have 3 other ones, that's fine.
It's working against you.
You have to use one of ours.
It's like it's
That
like
is one of
victim
theirs.
against me now. Okay, so cantrip.
You have to get welcome to the campaign with a crit
Yeah,
on you.
I
That's
guess.
just how it
like,
goes.
Yeah, I mean it's fair.
Yeah, one campaign we're all stupid. We can't for intelligence.
Oh, that was great. They all rolled like nat ones or
Eights
twos
and fours
or
and twos and ones. And the whole
for their
campaign.
intelligence check for literally anytime they had to make an intelligence check. On a campaign that was mostly about solving puzzles and being tested and if you didn't catch that campaign, you can catch it on the YouTube. Same name, Jamie the GM. That was the second chance trial. That was hilarious.
That was
short.
funny.
Alright, so refresh my memory because I don't usually do this. So can I do an attack with a cantrip or no? Or is that just a bonus if it's a bonus action?
It depends on the casting time of the specific spell. Each spell is either an action or bonus action to cast. You can cast
Yeah.
one cantrip and one doubled spell in the same turn, but you can't cast 2 doubled spells in the same turn.
Okay.
Unless you have like a specific feat, I think it was for it.
Okay. But I could do like dagger attacks.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought, but I don't usually done. Okay. So I have 2 weapon fighting.
Okay.
So I've got 2 daggers and I'm just gonna stabby stab.
We
Okay.
like stabby stabs.
Stabby stabs.
2 weapon fighting means that you can use both weapons in one action, correct? Okay. Then go
Yeah,
ahead
it's same
and
as the
roll
rogue.
your- Yeah.
Yeah.
So I will roll my attack.
Don't forget advantage.
Advantage. Thank God, because that's
Nice spot, just got off of work. And hi, Gaymer. How are you doing today?
14 or 12. 14 hit?
14. Well, is it 14 plus what?
Oh, 14 plus.
A 14 will just hit.
Okay, so 14. Okay, so you get one hits.
Okay.
If you're still coming, nice 12. Be careful driving in this weather.
Yeah, it's
18.
storming
So you get
outside
two.
now.
And then do I add
No, so they have to roll for damage, which would 1d4. What does it say for your daggers?
1d4 plus 5?
Yeah, so roll 1d4 for the first one, and then add 5.
Darwin's so excited to see everyone.
Okay, so it's 8 piercing damage for the first one.
So how exactly do you attack this spider?
7 for the next. I'm just gonna kind of come up and like right under the chin with both my
Spiders have chins.
Yeah,
No,
like
but
tricky
it's
little
like-
The one mandible
mandibles,
thing.
Yeah.
just like, you know, their face, ugly, scary, freaky.
You were grossed
smelly
out by
face.
this thing. You guys see
Oh, yeah.
Kyrie just and almost not even looking. She just double jabs these daggers into the mandibles of the spider as it hisses and like screeches. If you've ever seen the videos of when a spider screams, because that is a thing. It's an awful sound.
Haven't-
It's very like
don't need
ear
to.
pitching
Don't
kind of
want to.
sound. And its legs just kind of curl up underneath it as it falls to the ground. And as it does so, just past it, you see 4 snakes slithering up to all of you.
Hey, Frank!
At which point we're going to take a quick break to get status updates on Nightfall as well as any bathroom breaks. So if you need to use the restroom or if you have questions for our new members, mention it in the chat and we can answer it as we get back.
I don't
We'll
answer
be right
questions.
back.
I'm not an attorney.
And
ETA 20 minutes.
There we go. Why is my camera the one on the left?
I am not bald.
How dare?
I know, we're scout.
It's a little bit wet outside, so.
Just a little bit. That's not
You
sweat
were
you
sweating
have
the
caught in
oldies.
the downpour.
Hey, he said, hey, I got a lot of work out on. Come on now, don't ask. And I'm sorry for being late, everyone. Sometimes your life gets in the way.
Yeah. It takes dedication to drive through a downpour and then walk
Yeah.
through it to get here,
No
so
kidding.
I mean,
if
speak for
anything,
a
you get
downpour.
props.
Especially after
No.
work and then getting called in and all the stress from all that.
Yeah, oh, yeah, it was very hectic. No, yeah, not gonna get into it.
So as far as what you missed, Ursula's going to be the new mayor of Lothering. And you were sent on a mission to burn the bodies, at which point, once you were done, you would join them in the sewers.
Okay. I actually do burn the bodies.
Okay.
I knew you wanted.
I would leave those. I figured I would leave those shenanigans up to you, but
What if you would have gotten a 1?
I would not. You would see. I have ideas. Calmorn is... Okay, Calmorn is unlike any character I've ever played before. He is completely random. I purposely do not plan anything because I just say odd things at odd times. He is annoyingly crazy. But he can heal like a motherfucker.
it's wonderful. As far as how these two came in, I don't know how much of the stream you saw.
You've been a drunk out of Edmund's dick.
What?
Which way?
Calmorn did, yes.
Yes.
I had nothing to do with it, but they made it canon that
Need more?
I got no. I'm good.
Calmorn bit a chunk of, a small chunk of Edmund's dick off.
You gotta tell the whole story.
Here.
I'll bet I'll
might not
straight
have
tell you.
I mean, it's just as you do, you know? It's like, just...
Did he deserve it?
Absolutely.
No, that's all.
Well,
So,
Manhandle me?
y'all caught this one staring in y'all
I was
the
peeking
window
through the
when
window.
y'all were dealing with the mayor.
Hi, Tom.
And then y'all walked out to this one, eavesdropping when you were in conversation with Ursula.
2 Toms.
Well, she's an E.
Huh?
Peeping Tom.
I'm peeping Tom.
Gamer
She's
goes,
peeping Tom.
huh?
Eavesdrop Eve. There you go.
Question.
You dropped the
What's your question, Gamer?
That's the timer. I don't know if you turned off the oven or not, but that was the timer. The timer's gonna stay on there. You're not
No,
gonna
I
see
think I
it.
turned it off.
Okay. If one of us suddenly runs off screen, then now what's happening.
If I throw my soaked body onto flames, you'll see what's happening.
For reals.
Yeah, the complex still hasn't given us a fire extinguisher.
You're burning the bodies went terribly awry.
Oh God! Oh God!
We meant in game.
Burning the bodies wouldn't take you too long. I would say within another round, you'll probably be able to catch up to them. in the
Okay.
sewers.
Yeah, we're just in the sewers. It wouldn't be hard for you to find us.
Yeah.
Just
Just
follow
follow
the
screaming.
smell.
Oh God, the smell's everywhere though.
Oh no, I've got an idea of what I'm going to say.
Alright. So, 4 snakes approach.
You
And-
still have the one spider too, right?
No, Kyrie killed the spider on her turn. It is now Edmund's turn, and there are 4 snakes approaching.
Weren't there 2 spiders? And 1 spider.
There was 1 spider,
Gotcha.
and it wasn't until the spider fell that you saw the snakes approaching.
I'll rush up to the closest one and take 3 attacks at it.
Alrighty. We'll just toss Kelmorn over here. I picked the shortest one for Kelmorn.
Hey, don't be sizes. Don't be sizes. I get the voice back. The last game I was here, I was the
Your chat's
barbarian.
popping.
Nice.
22, 10, and
Darwin the Apprentice.
20.
So the 10 misses, but the others hit.
Oh, I'm about to hit 100 characters.
So we have a Darwin the Maid and Darwin the Apprentice. Any relation?
And yeah. 5 slashing damage, 4 fire damage on the first one.
You wreck the first one.
Then
There are now 3 snakes.
roll 10 slashing damage on the one and 5 fire damage on the second.
Okay. So you annihilate 2 of the snakes then. You see him run up
and that concludes my turn.
you see him run up at these snakes. They're just average sized snakes. Like there's nothing like big about them. They're considered tiny. And just basically slice them in half with each motion of his sword. But there are still 2 snakes standing. That brings us to Slithery. That brings us to Jalen. Sid is on deck.
Do I have line of sight on any of them?
I would say you could see this one through them.
Okay, let's go with that one then. First attack will be a 27.
That hits.
98 plus 5.
As long as you don't roll a 1, it's enough to kill the thing. These ones don't have
Oh,
to
it's
roll
7
out.
damage.
Okay, yeah.
And then do I have line of sight on the second one? Or the last one?
No, I would say that Sin is kind of blocking your view of that one.
Where am I?
They're small.
I'm back here.
Alright. Not Sin, Kyrie. Kyrie is blocking your...
Okay.
I'm like, I'm not blocking anyone's view. I got out of the way.
Then that concludes my turn.
Okay. Sin, it is your turn.
I walk up,
Strut.
just strut, kind of like behind Edmund.
5,
Like,
10, 16, 20, 25, 30. What is your movement speed?
walking speed is 30 feet.
Okay, so you can get up to there. So you can't quite get up to the snake.
No, that's all I wanted. I asked Edmund, hey, how you doing there?
Okay.
I don't see a threat. I don't.
Okay. Then it's the snake's turn. The closest threat is Edmund. So it's going to attempt to attack Edmund. And we'll do the not blast dice. Can't read that. That is a 12 to hit you, Edmund. I just drew on my finger. I don't believe that hits, if I recall correctly. Edmund, the 12 to hit you. No, okay.
No, my AC is 17.
So the snake slithered up, attempted to bite him, but he just kind of swats it out of the way, like basically kicks it away. Kelmorn, you enter the sewers at this point. I wouldn't necessarily say you hear the sounds of battle because you wouldn't really hear kicking a snake in a sewer.
Understood.
So would you be running to try and catch up to them, or would you be leisurely stroll?
I would run until I think they're close, and then I would leisurely stroll.
Alright. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30?
Yeah, I should still.
Because you already know.
You're a gnome.
Right, no, but no, I'm still. My movement speed is 35
35, okay.
because I did the mobile feat.
So you get there just walking, at which point you would have line of sight of the snake. You wouldn't see any of them. Would
Okay.
you continue to run at that point, or would you...
Do I see? Well, I don't care if the snake is knitting. I'm going to. I'm going to have my hands grasp my forearms, bring them close to my hands, and then grasp my holy symbol of theirs doom and send out a guiding bolt.
Okay.
And that's going to be plus 8. 23.
That hits.
Going for overkill.
Since in 19.
Okay. Whoosh. No more snakes. As Edmund, as you're in the midst of fighting these snakes, you see the one that attempted to bite you just completely obliterate in a ball of light. You all, well, not Sin, but you two see this as well. Well, no, Sin walked out. Who's back there?
That's me.
You. So you two see it. You don't. The snake just obliterates completely in a ball of light. But you still hear the clicking and hissing sounds. Which at this point, as you kind of settle to the sewer, you begin to hear those sounds as well.
Yes. We are technically still in initiative. Do you take your movement to move forward at this point? Yes.
Okay. And we will just pop you in at the bottom.
Sure.
10, 15, 20, 25 is enough to get up and see Edmund right there.
And I'm still looking up and I'm clicking myself, trying to talk. Whatever's clicking.
As you get closer, you're able to tell that the noises are definitely coming from the open passageway ahead of you.
I need to walk up and flick my arrows.
It's that way! I start walking forward.
Okay. So you have 10 more movements, so boop, boop. That brings us to Kyrie. There is not an immediate threat, but you are still in initiative.
Okay. I'm through like, what is that?
Oh, he's the one that burned the bodies.
Oh, okay.
Don't you remember him? Oh, wait. Yeah, he was with us.
Yeah, he was with us.
Was
but
he with
yeah,
us? Okay.
I know he's easy to miss. Very short.
I mean, he wasn't with us very long right after you came in.
Okay.
Because it was right after we came out of...
So this is where you want to live?
I'm back there, dude.
Okay, I'm looking around the corner. Looking at both of you.
I'm way back there.
He's back here.
I got dark vision, I can see you.
I can see you too.
This is where you want to live?
I'm just gonna
No.
use my movement and go up, and I will go in between those,
Yeah.
these two up there. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to be in
That's
front, but
15. So do you want to stop? Stand up, Edmund.
How much you been drinking?
Edmund, stop drinking so much.
Do you want to stand in between them, or do you want to go off to one side?
I'll just go like where I'm not like right smack in the middle of them in case someone wants to move, and I don't want to be blocking their way. So that's good right there.
Okay. Come more short. I'll say so. Y'all could squeeze through there.
Okay.
All face sizes.
Edmund. You are still in initiative. There is not an immediate threat, but you can hear the clicking noises and where they're coming from. You already have Kyrie and Kelmorn heading that direction.
I'm going towards the clicking.
Are you going?
I'm following.
Are you going to dash ahead, or are you going to go at walking speed? Are you going to try and stay behind?
Oh, I'm gonna dash ahead.
Okay.
Humans.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'll say you get there. If we're coming across our creatures. With your dash, you do come across the creatures, which, let's see, this one is, so, and for ease sake, I'm just going to draw large as a 2-block square, so that would,
4.
it's a 4-block? Okay. Right there, and Edmund is the first to see the abomination that is within this sewer causing all these problems. And when I say abomination, I mean it. This is a giant spider snake. It has the body of a snake, but it also has the 8 legs and capabilities of a spider.
It's a Snyder.
So my character could go, no.
That's fine.
I want to see your cut. Snyder cuts. I thought I said something else. I would not say that word.
Oh, I didn't even think of that. Like, I heard cut, I was just confused.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a common.
Moving on from that glorious moment. So it took your action to dash, but you do have a bonus action available to you. You see 4 constrictor snakes and the giant spider snake. Do you do anything with your bonus action, Edmund?
I can't do anything.
Alrighty. That brings us to Jalen.
Nope, because I used my action to dash, I can't attack.
We have Jalen and Sin is on deck. You're pretty far back, Jalen.
Yeah. So I guess I
If
could.
they cleared the way, you could get a decent line of sight, depending on your dark vision.
6.
So you, as long as you're within 60 feet, you'll be able to see the thing.
So. I don't think I have dash, or is that just a natural ability?
It's a natural ability.
Alright.
You take your action to do your movement, so it's double your movement.
I gotta think what my character would do. Because just because a human ran in there, my character isn't a crap about a human. But would care about the elf. So you walked around there, so I would as dash up, grab my arrows along the way. 35 is my normal.
35 gets you there.
Okay.
Where would you want to go beyond that? I
Um,
would say it would take your bonus action to kind of be like yank out your arrows.
Yeah, I mean, if that's it for me, that's where it is. So, like I said,
You can still go forward if you're using the dash action. It's just a matter of where you would go. This is the maximum you can go without using
I'm
your
fine
dash.
with where I'm at. That's why I still have room for Sin and yeah, we're good with that.
If you dashed, can you still do it? So you can still do a bonus action?
Yes. It just consumes your action. Which brings us to Sin. Telhorn on deck.
I'll walk up next to Edmund.
Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 gets you there, so you can't quite get up to Evan unless you dash.
Do I see everything?
From here, you can see these 2 snakes. I'd say this one has 3/4 cover, and you can kind of see the what's your range on your dark vision?
It's 60, right?
Some people are 60, some people are 120. So
I'm not sure. Where would it say it?
Census.
wherever your dark vision is, it's
under-
45 feet away. So as long as you have 60 feet dark vision,
Yeah,
you're
okay.
able to.
On the main
See it
screen
here.
at the very bottom.
Like minus
The main-
Ability,
Where
save,
the cast is.
senses.
Very bottom?
Yeah.
Yep, very bottom.
Yep, 60.
Okay. So you can see it. You can't, like, if you were to try and, like, throw your javelin or something, you couldn't quite line up a good shot because of Edmund being in the way.
Jumping anyway.
Right, I'm gonna, as a free action. Hey Edmund! So you got this.
Okay. You have your action and bonus action. Are you gonna dash in there or Eldritch Blast? What are you doing?
No, I'm not gonna dash in there. Actually, you know what? Sure, I'll dash and I'll get next to the 2 on the right.
No, you can see. Okay.
Yeah.
5, 10, 20, 25.
Yep.
Okay. Yep. get up on them snakes. Alright.
And,
You have a bonus action left.
I'm gonna bonus action. Sorry about that. I wasn't planning a fight, but, like, I guess it's action.
The bonus action attack you can only use if you attack on your action, right?
Say that one more. Yes, you have to use the attack action
To use the bonus action.
I will use Fighting Spirit.
Okay.
So by the end of my next turn, I will have advantage on weapon attack rolls and an additional 5 each.
Okie dokie. And that brings us around to Calmorn.
Someone will move up. Realize he does not have a homework spell since we did not get a rest after our last fight.
Dang it!
And then look at the.
15 gets you here. Which direction would you go?
I'm gonna stop right there for now.
Okay.
I'm going to look at the snake spider thing. Fuck you! That's just mockery. And I need it's a wisdom save,
Yep.
I believe, for you.
It's fuck you. Are you saying that just in comments?
Yes.
Oh, do we lose a... Are you
No,
back?
he's still there.
Yeah, just click on it again. Wisdom is not great. That's 8.
That's a fail. That's a nice. That's almost max damage.
Understand languages is my.
Does not matter. It does not need to understand me. Only hear me.
Okay.
7 points of psychic damage. It hurt me.
Alright.
Yep. Yeah, so I just have to see it. It can hear me. Though it need not understand.
No, green spider?
Yes, that's the spider snake.
Spider snake.
Oh, we're in the back.
Snyder.
Yep.
The Snyder.
Right, and Sin and Edmund, as you guys are in here, you'll notice that there's beyond, I'll say, let me do it in a different color. This line is where it becomes difficult terrain because there is a lot of spider webbing throughout the floor, the walls, the ceiling.
Gotcha.
It's a massive spider's nest. So if you go beyond that, you will have half movement speed. Let's see, that's everything for you?
That's it.
Okie dokie. That brings us to its turn. It's going to climb its web to get onto the ceiling. Which the ceiling in this specific opening goes about, I'll say, 15 feet up. It's not like a huge room, but it's definitely a larger area. This is most likely like where they would probably go if they have to do work on the sewers. And you do see a couple skeletal remains whenever you have the chance to look around. It is going to, let's see. Let me adjust this a little bit. 2 adepts, okay. So, Edmund, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Ooh.
I need it back.
Oh, yay.
That just barely succeeds, so you take half damage. 15. 15 halved lower. You take 7 poison damage, but you are not considered poison, as the spider snake opens up its maw and spews out venom that just sprays a line down. It goes 30 feet down. And then it's attack. The only one that's done any damage to this so far is Calmon. So it will do its scary thing across the ceiling and drop down onto Calmon. So it now.
Oh no.
Oh, fine.
Is taking up this space and is going to bite at Telnorn. You can probably miss. That is only a 10 to hit.
I batted away with my shield and I yelled, "That's for the second date!"
The snake, it has fangs like an actual like snake mouth, but it also has like the mandibles on it, so it's a horrifying creature. Like this thing
You
is
would
an
make-
abomination.
Good boots.
Speaking of boots, the actual snake's skin is fairly slick and is a combination of like the typical snake scales you would see in various colors of brown, as well as like those weird little spider hairs that you see on the legs of spiders and whatnot if you ever look close enough.
Someone is get them in the skin. Very badly. Very badly. Very bad job, but you will do it.
Okay, that's its turn. Which brings us to the 4 constrictor snakes. 2 of which are on Sin, so they're going to attack Sin. They take 1 attack each. So the first one is a 14 to hit. The second
Nope.
one is a 21 to hit.
Miss.
Finally, one of these things hits you. Okay. As you bat away one snake, the other kind of slithers up your leg and begins to squeeze around your torso. You're not like restrained or anything; you couldn't get around your arms, but it's squeezing around your waist right now, and you take 7 bludgeoning damage. And in order to get this thing off of you, you will have to make a strength check on your turn. The other 2, however, are going to go after the next closest target, which would be Edmund. So that is a... Edmund, we've got a nat 20 on you from one of the snakes.
It's just a little snake.
And the other one was a 23 to hit, so pretty sure both hit. And
Awesome.
so these snakes slither up and constrict around each of your legs.
Oh, they like you.
At this point, it is hard to move your legs without getting these snakes off first. You take 7 bludgeoning damage on your right leg and 16 bludgeoning damage on your left. And the snakes are wrapped around your legs. Okay.
How's hurt does Edmund look?
Hey, Edmund, how hurt are you? Do you have to make any rolls yet?
I'm at 3, so should I roll?
Yes.
Should I roll?
Do your roll.
Or
Do your roll. Let's see if you finally turn into a wolf. No one knows he's a werewolf yet, by the way. None of the characters know.
I mean, I called it vitamins, but
I can't. Which sort of roll is it again? Wisdom?
I believe so.
charisma is. I would say charisma is your personal power inside, but I mean, you can see wisdom too.
Yeah.
Willpower or something.
Yeah, wisdom I usually associate with willpower.
And charisma I see not as like attractiveness, but your strictly character.
Yeah. Does that mean you finally transformed?
Either which way I'm looking at, like a 4 5. If we did a save, I'm looking at a 5. If we did a check, I'm looking at a 4.
So you finally transformed.
Yes.
So, with the exception of
Me.
Jalen, you guys are able to see these snakes slither up, constrict around Edmund. And as they do, you hear him grunt, and then you see like the bones inside him begin to move and change as fur begins to grow all over his body as his stature now changes and he is a werewolf in front of you. That is awesome!
Someone is thinking about saving the wolf.
So he does have power.
He's a wolf now. He's a wolf.
Kyrie, it's your turn. Edmund, you're on deck.
She's just like freaking out, like,
Thinking like, that is so cool. Can you teach me to do that?
He would make a good hat.
You can see the level of
You already know him. He'd make a whole suit for you.
Loyalty they have here.
Like OG Pimp Gnome.
I mean, he is the OG.
Edmund is
he
a
is.
secret snake charmer. I don't think so.
alright, so, yes, I'm gonna cast Fairy Fire again on, I can hit, I think, everything there.
Not have this.
I was in an area effect spell.
Yeah,
Doesn't have the snake's roll strength check to see if they stay on Edmund.
That's a
They
good
do.
idea.
yeah.
Each square is 5 feet.
Yeah.
It's a 20-foot, 20-foot cube.
I think that gets them all.
Yeah, that would be like the 4 square, wouldn't it?
20-foot cube, it would be 20 foot wide. So,
That's 4 wide and 4 that
4
way.
deep.
Yeah,
right, so to get them,
that would be
Probably-
a 16.
You'd
not
miss
get the
that
party
one.
members, yeah, you can get 3 of them.
So you get the main mob and like
Yep,
these 3.
that's good enough for me. So, yep.
Yeah, if your concern is not hitting anybody, I mean, you can either angle it so you can hit these 2, or you can hit these 2. If you try and get all 3 of them, you'll end up getting Sin in there.
Okay.
If you try and hit everybody, you'll get Sin and Werewolf Boy.
Okay.
Oh, so it'll affect the characters as well. The players.
Yeah, it's an AoE.
Yeah, it'll outline you.
Yeah, any
In light.
creature in the area.
What if maybe if I moved, would that?
I mean, it's still a
If I already
20
have advantage, would that give me triple advantage?
so it would
So that,
no, you don't get more advantage.
No, it doesn't give you additional.
no, you'd have to be an elf for that to get
Right.
elven accuracy to get
Right.
3 dice for an advantage.
That's all I was asking.
Oh.
I didn't know if that gave it to you. Because it's 2 stacks.
I mean, you can move forward. It's not really going to be able to affect too much of your ability to place it without getting your allies. You could do it where you get these 2 in the main one and just Sin,
Thinking that's the white stones thing.
I guess that's pretty cool.
If you're worried about hurting Wolf Boy.
Yeah, I think I'll do, I'm gonna do those two and the main one, and I'll get Elena aside. You'll be glowy. You'll be great.
Oh, you get a
So
dex save.
this.
Yeah.
And alright, so dex save from you and from two of the sneakies and those guys.
Is that the white stone?
That is the 18 and the 19 from spiders and
Aw.
Really?
they're the snakes, and then the spider snake is what is the effect of the spell?
Okay.
It just gives us advantage.
Okay,
And they, yeah, they can't benefit from being invisible.
okay. Yeah, the giant spider snake fails, but the two snakes succeed.
Okay, I think.
Well, you get the big guys.
The big guy is the one we're more worried about anyway, so, yeah.
Alright. Does that conclude your turn?
I'm gonna move up maybe 10 feet.
Alright. And just for sake of remembering that y'all have advantage on big guy. Beep. That brings us to Evan. Who would you deem is the largest threat in the room
He's in attack.
in your current state?
Poor gnome. It's a chew toy.
You have
Squeaky toy.
Kelmorn directly behind you. You have Sin a few feet away from you out to the side.
Who's the one closest to me?
But you got two snakes wrapped around your leg.
Yeah.
Closest to you is the big spider snake.
You got
Yeah.
two wimpy snakes on your legs. You've got the giant spider snake and that is next to you and
There's snakes on me.
huh? Yeah, you have two small snakes on you, on your legs. They managed to succeed in keeping.
We're telling each other, oh, we screwed up. We messed up.
I do have two snakes on me. Can I?
The chat has a nice deep look in your ear.
I mean, you can roll like a d6 to see who you'd attack with the snakes and the spider snake and Kelmorn and Sin.
I think Evan sees Sin as the biggest threat here. That'd be hilarious if we just start our fight here.
I rolled a 6.
So who does that mean? Say this. Let's have you roll again. The snakes will do what?
Screw it.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna do so.
Woof.
Oh god.
So he's attacking you?
No, tell me.
Okay. I was gonna say.
They're all
I'm
sizes.
sorry because then
You're lucky. That was almost like a 25, but it's a 9.
So, yeah, definitely miss. I actually have good armor.
A 10. A 9, a 10, and a natural 1.
Bites himself.
Yeah.
Starts chasing his tail.
With that nat 1, Edmund, roll another attack for me. I'm not going to say who else it might hit.
I know it's not.
I'm just gonna move the snakes along with him because they're on his damn legs.
That's a 26.
Okay. Roll damage for me.
Gotcha.
The suspense.
11
I know, right? It's like,
plus fire damage. points of slashing damage, 3 points of fire damage.
Alright. With that, you're able. You try to claw Kelmorn, but instead end up missing and swiping one of the snakes on your leg, which is enough to get it to kind of like let go and fall to the ground. You still have one snake on your leg. Alright. That brings us to Jalen. So you're
Alright.
on deck.
So I'm gonna come around the corner.
10 feet.
What?
That's 10 feet.
Bring me like around next to. Yeah, Carrie. Thank you. Come on, Cody, Kira. And I'm like, which one? Because now I'm seeing a wolf and a spider, snake thingy. Which one?
Spider.
Let's see. So as my bonus action, we'll put a 100 mark on the spider.
Okay.
Always.
What does Hunter's Mark do?
Adds the damage.
That's yeah.
Right.
It adds a 1d6 for me. Just for me, sorry.
Similar to attack.
And then I'm gonna attack it. Come on, attack the
Yeah.
spider. Natural 20.
Nice.
Nice.
That d6 is double too.
So for the longbow, 7, 14.
Okay.
And
14 damage?
yep.
And then plus d6.
D6, thank you. 6 times plus 6 is 12.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bonus to dexterity though?
To what?
Bonus to dexterity. You can do an additional damage. That's 5.
I did that. I had the plus 5. Oh, I did. I'm sorry. It was 7 plus 5, so it would have been
It's 14,
12.
19,
Yeah.
at 5 damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Sorry about that.
No problem. Just making sure you do it.
I'm so used to this, like you click a button, it's done. Hey.
That's what we have him around here for, is to remind us of when we're doing something wrong.
No, it's not. There's no
teasing
wrong.
you.
Yeah, there's no wrong way to play D&D as long as nobody's not a victim and everybody is fun.
That's right.
Exactly. So if anyone that has the spider phobia, I apologize for this episode.
Yeah, my friend would be out the door.
I summon code.
No! Ah!
Sorry.
I have a phobia of any and all things frog looking.
Oh,
Did
Okay.
you say frog?
Yeah, so like frog, toad, like whatever. If it looks like a frog, I will run away. No. That's when you have about 20 tiny ones jumping on you at the same
Oh,
time.
they didn't hurt you.
I was
Don't
6.
antagonize the DM in the middle of the combat. They can
Does that conclude your turn?
Yeah, did my action, did my bonus action. Yeah.
Okay, Sin.
I will take out my sword
Come on.
and unleash the soul onto it, and then go into attack.
Okay. You're gonna expend charge.
Natural 20 for the first hit.
Damn, you guys. You got mad at me for getting 2 nat
This is our revenge.
Then does a 22 hit.
20s. Are you attacking the giant spider snake
Giant
or the
spider.
2 snakes?
Giant spider snake.
Okay, that hits?
Alright, bonus action for another action surge.
Okay.
Does a 20 hit.
Yes.
And then last one. 20.
Nice.
So 3 regular attacks, 1 crit. I'll do the crit first.
Yep.
7, 14. That's 24.
Okay.
24 for this first attack, and then we just pile the other ones together. I got 16, 17, 20. Ooh, nice. Plus an 8. That's 28 for the next attack.
For the consecutive attacks.
Yep.
Okay. Math. Okay.
So was that 28 and 24? Was that yeah, it was 24.
Okay, I already subtracted the first set. Kelmorn.
Okay. So I have this big dog in front of me.
Like, right in front of
And
you.
it's still hurt. As far as I know. It still has wounds and all that.
Yeah.
Okay. I am going to take my mace, jump up, and smack him on the nose and say, "No, bad dog!"
Shouldn't you be saying the sun is setting, good guy?
No.
Where'd he go?
He knew what was coming.
He told us his AC already, didn't he? Did he say 17 or 18?
17.
Okay.
Dirty 20
Okay. That's
for a total of 4 points of damage. Which should
Okay.
knock him out.
oh. I can't remember if he gets additional health from his transformation or not. We'll deal with that when he gets back. As far as we are concerned, he is unconscious at the moment. Alright. Which brings us up to giant spider snake.
Actually, then for my bonus action, I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon.
Okay.
With that spider snake.
Okay.
Probably not going to hit though.
Well, we got advantage on it. It's
Oh,
very
that's
fired.
No, it did not help. That did not help.
That was the opposite of help.
Yep, that is only 16 to hit.
Oh.
That hits.
Oh,
I wasn't prepared for that answer.
Yeah.
no, I was not.
It's a big creature. It's a little hard to miss.
6 plus 11.
11 points of damage. And that is what kind again?
That is force damage.
Okay. I dropped the eraser cap for this.
Oh, it's right here.
So you. Thank you.
Okay.
That's much better.
I just,
Put my oils on it though.
I'll put my hands up and a chain
Alright, he's
with
back.
barbs wraps around the snake and just tries to chain this off.
Alright,
Cool.
so you see Kelmorn gesture with his arms, and basically like a whip of barbed wire appears and wraps around the snake, the spider thing, and constricts. And as it does, you see some of these spider legs, actually, 2 of them actually get cleaved off. As it constricts down, you see blood begin to pool out of the body before it goes limp.
I got dibs!
Hey Edmund, how much health did you have in your wolf form? Did you gain any when you transformed, or?
Edmund.
It's on his leg because he has to
Oh,
watch
that's
his
right.
screen.
3 points, he doesn't get any extra.
Does it?
You're unconscious.
From a gnome hitting you on the nose with his mace.
You got booped in the snoot and told bad dog.
Nice.
Oh, but I do have
Nice.
a point of order. Is he still a wolf right now?
That worked.
Or does he revert?
Question about your transformation, Edmund. Do you automatically revert upon reaching 0, or do you? I
I
can't recall.
revert back.
Okay.
I revert
Perfect
back.
time to shave him.
So yeah, he gets booped on the snoot, called a bad dog, falls unconscious, and reverts back to his previous form.
Whoa. Whoa. Did you see that?
That was short-lived.
It was very short-lived.
But are you naked?
No, as it was. Okay,
Just
they
to
had
make sure.
transformed into the fur on him, and they, yeah, we'll just magic that so he's not in the buff.
No. I keep it close.
As comical as that would be. Which brings us to the snake's turn. The one that is still on Edmund gets an attack. It's just 1, but he's unconscious, so it's an auto.
Oh, it's got to roll a hit. So.
1.
That has advantage.
2 1s.
Let's see. That is a dirty 20 to hit you, and I believe that hits.
Why do I have to kill your characters all the time, Josh? Why?
So that is an automatic 2 fails, correct?
Yep.
Oh, more.
You get to turn into a wolf boy, and then you're about to die.
Just make one save and I got you.
The other 2 are going to continue going after Sin.
Yep.
So that 20 and a 8. No,
Is that
19.
1 or 2 fails?
It's 2 fails. So it's a net 20 and a 19 to hit. Does the 19 hit?
That's 20 I can't block, right?
No.
Yeah, I'll let them hit me.
Okay.
I mean, I could shield it.
So you take a whopping 7 bludgeoning damage between these 2 snakes as they grapple around your
I don't
legs
know
as
if the
well.
snakes understand it. Ouch! Oh no, I'm gonna die.
Mockery of the snakes.
Poor snakes are trying their best. God.
I killed the snakes.
They're new at the first day. I
It's the
mean,
first day of the job.
Snakes haven't even been hit.
not even out of training
I
yet.
know. They only got one first leg.
Kyrie, it is your turn. Edmund, you're on deck.
Till later.
Live! Live!
You see, now that he's reverted back to his human form, his one leg is starting to turn like blue and purple from this thing squeezing tighter and tighter around it.
And the one time I do not have healing spells chosen because
I thought you said you could heal.
I know.
You said you
I
told us you could heal.
always
You
do.
lied to us.
I always have them, but I don't
lied.
have any
I have
prepared.
inflict wounds.
I
That's
mean,
like-
as far as
that's
y'all
like-
know, she can. She's just not.
She lied to us. She's like, I can heal.
I know, because I'm
As far
so
as you know,
used
she's
to.
just choosing not to.
I have never ever played ever without having both, at least, healing spells because I'm always the healer. So this time I'm like, cool, I don't have to take any this time. Or somehow I didn't.
I just
but
don't heal.
Oh god, is this how Edmund goes?
I'm a wolf, I'm dead.
like,
The
what's
suspense.
that?
I didn't want to sneak it long. I was going to expect it.
I imagine it will.
This is just crazy. Okay, so
Between 3 campaigns, your character has not died yet, and this is how it
Don't
goes.
jinx
From a
it.
boop on the snoot.
No,
From a cleric.
not a,
that's even worse.
not a full force barbarian attack from Elric,
No.
but a boop on the snoot.
Because
Born
non-
Don't
damage.
warn.
because non-lethal damage was not specified.
Nope. Gaymer didn't think that far ahead.
Alright, so we've got what? 3 snakes left?
You have a snake on his leg.
Okay.
You can start to hear the sound of bone beginning to crunch over the constricting of the snake.
But no pressure.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I was shooting something.
I'm going to,
Still trying to talk to the snake.
I'll toll the dead on the snake that is on his leg.
Okay. Let's see.
Wisdom save 15.
That is a 19.
go right up to him and take out my dagger. So I have my daggers. But I will try to stab the snake.
So normally, just for future reference, bonus action take a potion, action to force feed someone a potion. Okay, so if you had one, you would be able to force feed it to him at this point, with an action. But I don't believe you do.
No, I don't.
So you're gonna stab?
Yeah. Stab snake.
Very intense music is very
Right?
To survive until my next turn. That's all I ask.
14 hit a snake.
Yes.
So for the first one, it takes 7 piercing damage.
Okay. That is math. Okay.
And for second one is an 11. I'm guessing that is
That is a miss.
So
At least it wasn't in that one. You might have chopped them up some more.
that's pretty much my turn.
Okay. Edmund, it is your turn. Please roll your death saving throw.
10 or higher. 10.
And the delay just makes
I know.
sense even worse.
Yeah, right. What'd you get?
What
That's
did
a
you
19.
Oh,
Thank
God! I was gonna feel so freaking much more guilty than I already feel.
Okay. That is one save. Jalen, it is your
So
turn.
now,
Stand
did
on
she
deck.
just cut me off from touching him?
Unfortunately, yeah.
So I can't do my cure wounds on him.
Oh, good. I got this.
Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, so what's still alive?
There's still a snake on his leg. And there's 2 snakes off over here that you currently can't see.
Okay, so
Where
my,
the spider
so
thing
my,
go?
so
It
my,
died.
so I'm gonna move.
Yeah.
I killed it.
I'm gonna move my hunter's mark over to the other snake because it's an hour duration. And I only
Yep.
do this for an hour.
Just,
Just
I think that snake goes at before me.
so I'm gonna try to do my attacks.
does.
Yeah. I'm gonna do my 2 attacks on the snake. First attack is a 20, dirty 20.
That hits.
For 6 points.
That is just enough to eliminate this snake.
And then do I have line of sight on the other one? On
Um.
the other snake over here? Probably not.
Between this clusterfuck, the dead corpse, and all of that, I would say no.
Alright, so I'm gonna try moving over here. Just so I can try to up a little bit so I can just try to, yeah.
Okay.
I don't think any bonus actions I can help. I'm done.
I'll leave this out so you can do the ones you can see them. Let's see. And that brings us to Sin. Kelmorn on deck.
I'll attack the one that's on my right.
Okay. I mean, there's 2 on your leg, but
On the same one?
different.
I'll do the first one and see if it dies.
Like, they're my new boots.
Does a 20.
The sound Sid makes.
I know, right?
5.
Yes, of course. A dirty 20 hits. Of course, 20 hits.
Awesome. That is 17 damage
Okay.
on the first hit. And then I'll take my second attack
On the
next
other one. You guys are almost out of combat.
I don't think I hit that time. That is a 12.
That just hits.
Oh my god, are you serious?
Yeah, there's
Right?
It's wrapped around your leg. It's not hard to go.
11 damage.
11.
And I am gonna expend the soul that I got from the last one. 2 more damage. Yay!
That was
I'm
just
going to
enough
kill you.
to get rid of the final snake. You are no longer in combat.
Kelmore goes up to Edmund. He puts his 2 fingers in
no.
Edmund's nose.
Thank God.
Thinks about hitting him with his mace one more time. Looks at the mace, looks at Edmund, looks at the mace, looks at Edmund, looks at the mace, looks at Edmund, raises the mace, and casts Cure Wounds and lifts him up. You're not done yet! Oh, 13 points of healing.
13 points, and then...
So
And you have a gnome's fingers in your nose lifting you up.
You're being lifted up by the nose as you're being healed for 13.
Well, it doesn't feel too great. You booped it. Now you got your fingers up.
It broke his damn nose.
Bit his dick off.
You're shoving it back into
Guys,
place.
Exactly.
You guys are just very intimate.
Bit his dick, you're in his holes now. Don't spit! Don't spit!
And they're all rough.
Oh, God.
Apologies, chat.
Yeah, no.
Alright.
I want that.
That's why the snake with the spider.
So, Edmund, does this mean that you are done with the mark? Can we go back? Are we good? Do we need to find, like, take a piece of this beast? I cut off its tail. Will this suffice?
Because I'm gonna start to see.
And no one is gonna mention the wolf thing, apparently.
Not yet.
Picking myself
I don't think I saw it.
Picking myself up.
It would have behind you.
Alright.
Picking myself up.
You turn to attack the spider thing, so
I'm
you
gonna
would
cut off the heads of every snake. Every snake I can find. And I'm going to...
How tall is the spider?
One of the snakes got obliterated, so you're able to get 7 regular snake heads.
This spider thing.
Yeah.
I'm stupid.
Alright, I just need stuff for the hunt. I just want to harvest as much as I can.
Are you going to do it? Are you gonna have your ranger friend do it? Are you gonna... Are you gonna work together? What are you doing?
What is a harvester? I have one harvester's kit. I don't.
That gives you,
What does that relate to, Dex?
Survival. Wisdom.
it is a survival check. Your ranger friend has a +8 in his survival.
Sure, I'll do it myself.
I go up,
Typical
pat him
human.
on the back. Let me
Nice.
provide you guidance.
You got a
That's a
natural...
natural one. I don't care.
Cuts off snake head, cuts off his thumb. Damn it.
I got a natural one. This is what happens when.
I should have made the mishaps table.
It's fine. It's fine.
But with me,
Like, you don't team up.
guidance.
So I have the... So it has like a snake tail, right? That the spider beast thing?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
got a snake
So
body.
I-
The spider things on it consist of the legs and the mandibles.
I cut off the tail while I'm walking out of the sewer.
I mean, how much of the tail? This is
I want to say like 3
like a
feet.
40 feet long.
I want to say like 3 feet of it.
Okay.
Would you like me to roll survival for my skin?
Yes.
Just look at these idiots. Amateurs.
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, Edmund.
Oh.
Oh god. Just bring him gone.
And he's poisoned.
Alright.
And he's dead.
It's
That is a 22
Okay.
plus 5, 27 on my survival.
You know, prick himself on the thing. This is a nat one. 22,
11.
27.
27. That's a fail, Edmund.
Or Ed. Stupid.
I would say you're able to. With a 27, with the exception of what she cut off, you'd be able to get about 30 feet worth of snake skin.
So you see me actually expertly skinning. And then I'm like, just throwing it on my shoulder. I'm not taking care of it at all. Like I'm doing this beautiful work and just.
Okay, so that is.
What are you? What's your class?
That is 3d8.
Oh.
Hey, Edmund, you take 18 poison damage.
How much?
18.
Spare the dying.
If it's more than 13, I go unconscious.
Spare the dying.
I go unconscious.
You attempt to harvest the creature, promptly prick yourself upon its fang, which at that point the venom excretes into your hand, which is searingly painful, and you fall unconscious once more.
I cast another Cure Wounds on him. I am now out of spells for 13 more points, and I just look at him.
to be fair, you did it the first.
He attacked me first. It's the same thing with his dick. He attacked me first. He loses a piece of him.
This is your first time putting that in character.
Dick attacked you?
Does a worm really attack?
I piss myself.
Well, I mean, that's
Well,
what
no,
he said.
I made him piss himself. He picked me up, put my head in his crotch. So what do you do when you're in a crotch?
I'm
You
so
bite.
glad Sid isn't here for this.
Ranger, are you
I'm
going
having
to
a
attempt to
hard
harvest
time
anything else
following
off
that
of this?
logic, but
A chunk of its tail and its skin
Wow.
has been taken. The
You're
fangs
just not
and
as
6 of the legs are still intact.
not as
Poison sack?
black.
He
He doesn't
it
know
would
what
be
to do
within
with
the
that.
fang area.
Okay.
You could attempt to harvest its poison, but it would be like vials of it, not like a whole sack.
I think if he's taking the skin, he's already took the heads, kinda.
He took the heads of the little snakes. He hurt himself trying to mess with the big one.
Right, so do we still need the big head,
Can
though,
I
right?
give him my harvest kit?
Well, I should be able to just do it. I mean,
The harvest kit gives you, what was it, a +2? I believe it was a +2, Teddy.
plus my +8 would
Yeah.
work out well. So I'm trying to get the head.
You can get the head, you can get the fangs.
I
Like,
don't know.
Well, we gotta take the head back for the hunt, right?
do you have guidance? Can you guide?
I can. Let me provide you with my guidance. That's exactly what you get a D4.
So you can touch my head. We're kind of short there, buddy.
We
I punch up. That is a 18.
We're gonna fight.
1 point of damage and guidance.
so he uppercuts your
God.
crotch to give you guidance.
I already asked about if that had to have any like particular like plus to the AC.
It's a small target, so you know. Kelmore is everybody's favorite and most hated.
So glad I'm not here.
Alright, so wait, what am I doing here besides getting dick punched?
Survival +2 with the harvester's kit, plus whatever you have, plus
So
one guidance.
18 and dirty 20.
Plus, you get a D4 from me and my punch.
I already got a 20. Could
But
it?
you got a D4.
I mean, like
24.
There you go.
Guys, I'm trying to kick this one.
you weigh the
God.
guidance against getting punched in the junk.
So are you pure decapitating, or are you taking the fangs out and then taking the head?
Well, yeah, I wanted to try to get the poison out first.
Okay.
So,
So you, I say with a 24, you're able to extract the fangs before you.
get the head.
Yeah.
Okay.
A little bit different than Vinny, huh?
I stand with the fang.
Now would be a good time to do it. I'm gonna say I'm kind of tired. So.
Not even gonna argue. Like, yeah, if you gotta do it, I mean, now's a good time. Like,
You're lucky.
you do the most
You're lucky I'm
damage.
okay with no. I'm good. No,
I mean, I know that I'm kind of short. I didn't know they piled shit that high, so.
Don't you love
Look,
Gaymer?
fucker. Hi.
Asshole.
I'm gonna kick him.
Then kick him!
I'm gonna kick him. I got a 1.
Falls on his ass.
You gonna give him guidance for kicking you?
However, I will viciously mock him.
You go to try to punt him, and he just kind of easily swoops out of the way, totally
You have to
anticipating.
I slipped on the fucking spider web. I don't know.
It's okay. Everybody has to fail. Someone needs to be the failure.
I can't do this.
Vicious mockery. Wisdom saving throw.
What's my saving throw against what?
Wisdom. It's a cantrip.
You
Oh,
can,
nice.
you can do that forever.
Do I get a saving throw?
Yes, wisdom saving throw.
7.
This is great. Most of the damage that has been dealt to y'all has been from
Right,
other
so-
players.
No.
5 points of damage.
That's the most damage I've had.
Yeah.
As my words
clarification.
ring in your ears, it probably makes you bleed a little bit.
I'm out. I'm leaving. I'm out. I'm leaving. Picking up the head. I'm fucking walking out.
If you rest for a little bit, I can heal that up for you.
So you found the sewers.
Yeah, I'm just storming out. I'm just...
Hey, Edmund, can you do that all the time?
It
'Cause
doesn't take long to catch up with.
I could use some new fur-lined boots.
There's your answer.
Discord says no.
Nope.
There we go. We have it back.
No.
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 Okay. That's a shame. But as long as you keep on peeing outside, you're
I'm
fine.
technically here.
Is he still unconscious? Is he back being unconscious? Or
Yeah, I
did he
healed
go-
him up. I used my last spell slot to heal him.
Oh yeah, I don't know if you heard that earlier, but you were healed earlier. You're not unconscious. But Sin and
Yes.
Sin and Jalen have already left.
So, Tom, how are you? As I'm walking behind
So everybody's leaving the sewers. And I take it you guys just head straight to the Hunters Guild.
Yeah, let's go turn this in.
Alright.
Oh wait, he's got the contract. Damn it. Yeah,
Yeah.
wait outside to wait for him.
So you get to the Hunters Guild, you wait outside for him to eventually catch up. It doesn't take too long, just a couple minutes. Did you want any character interactions before they catch up? You'd have a couple minutes. You and Sid. You two would have a couple minutes, just the two of you, before they caught up.
So they call you Jalen.
Where the hell did you get this fucking gnome?
Wouldn't you love Kelmore? Isn't he a fun one?
We'll see.
Yeah.
No.
He's a necessary evil.
Yeah.
Yeah? Did something happen at the cave? Or sewer?
His sewer. Punch his little ding ding, I swear to God.
Oh, I've wanted to punt him for some time now.
Y'all are even playing gnome football.
That's not a good idea.
Spirit guardian.
I gotta watch out for him. He is pretty mobile.
So is my arrow.
Alright.
You know what? I like you.
You know what? I like you too.
Wind wall. Yeah. Not just thinking about spells.
Yes.
The three of you catch up at about this point, and you see that Sin and Jalen kind of sharing a chuckle. Not often you see Sin laugh, but
Are you sick?
I must be.
our sounds going again.
Okay, so you got the contract, Kilmorn? Or
Edmund.
is it Edmund that has it?
Of course I have the contract. Why wouldn't I have the contract? What is the contract?
Edmund has the contract.
Here, do you mind if I take it?
I think he
You
has to
okay?
turn it in.
You sleepy?
Yeah. By
Are you
rules
frozen?
of Hunter Guild, he has to turn it in since he's the one who
He
accepts
does?
it. He's officially in the Hunter's Guild.
Actually, I have to turn it in.
Alright, so I
We're
am in the head.
following you.
Oh.
It's up to you guys whether you enter with
Oh,
him
yeah.
or not.
No, we'll enter with them, that's fine. I
Yeah.
don't care.
You enter the front area.
I
Is
head in.
As soon as we hit it, I whispered to Edmund, you can't pee inside this place.
You guys go inside. It's a little cramped in the front area for all 5 of you to fit in. Like it does open up further in, but it's basically like a front desk situation where you kind of have to go past them in order to get to the rest of the Hunter's Guild. What do you say about entering, Edmund, as you waltz up and you have the head, so you just plop it down on the counter, or that thing is hideous. I don't remember the voice I gave the Hunter's Guild.
It smelled worse.
We smell pretty bad.
I'd like my money now.
Do you have it in your notes how much this contract was for? I can't recall.
5,000 gold.
Ha ha ha.
$1 million.
400 gold.
Oh.
There you go.
Pretty close. Also, do we get licenses for this place?
Okay, so the contract. He has a license already. Did you all assist?
We all
or-
did.
Of
I
course.
mean, I would like to say that I did most of the damage.
I'm the one who killed it.
You tapped it.
Don't leave this little gnome kid.
All I have to do is tap and things keep on dropping.
Stop kill sniping.
Lovely group.
Aren't we though?
As far as joining the guild, I mean, generally just for one creature, we would only allow 2 more people to join. It wasn't a super difficult hunt, that's why it was only 400. The fact that it took 5 of you to deal with it is a little distant. Sure.
Can I plop down
18.
the 7 heads that I have?
Just
Sure thing, the 7 little snake heads.
18.
He kind of, like, eyes you up and down.
Listen, I'm someone that you're gonna really want to have a plan.
Everyone says that. I'll do 3 of you for it. 3 of you can sign up as well. And even that's stretching the rule. You're a big badass chick, I get it, I respect it, you do you, but
Give
there
it
are
to them
rules for a
3.
reason.
I walk away.
Okay.
Wait, she doesn't have to have weapons to show. I have my bow. She doesn't have her weapons showing. So she really doesn't need a license. I have a bow showing.
I turn around. I guess it's nice to not have to hassle with the gods. It's always a problem.
Everyone's having a discussion back and forth.
In his head.
Where's the contract?
Edmund has it and is turning it in. Since you were already a member of the Hunters Guild, referring to Edmund, which 3 would you say most deserve the join? As he kind of
Ponders.
goes through a drawer at his desk and
He was knocked out through half the battle.
Hey. He did a really awesome trick, though.
lying there playing dead. Shh. Okay.
You see him raise an eyebrow.
No.
What'd you say?
Everyone except the gnomes. At which
Someone
point,
and
he just hands you three
someone does not
symbols
even
for
hear
the-
that. Does not even hear that he is in his head.
You each get just little symbols for the Hunter's
Sweet.
Guild, which I believe I have a picture of the symbol that I can get. There we go, mouse is a little laggy. Where did the symbol go?
I take it, I leave. I say, I want to go get cleaned up at the end.
This is the symbol that you all have obtained,
Eat.
Cool.
and it's on like basically this larger than a coin, but of similar make. So you just head out.
Yep.
Okay.
I'll go get cleaned up at the end.
And he hands the 400 gold to Edmund. I mean, the little snakes weren't really part of the agreement. I mean, snakes can only do so much in the sewers. Kitty cat.
I'm just gonna tip it up. Everyone gets 100 except Kelmore.
So,
Now Kelmore will get that and be like, I did save your life twice, you know.
You killed him once. Though.
But I saved it twice now. So I'm
Buckets.
What?
I want you to pseudo dragon.
that's a good point. I don't need the money.
I go to maybe a butchery. There's one
Okay.
in town.
Yeah, of course.
I go walk inside and I plop down this giant fat snake tail. So, how many snakes do you? Oh, how many steaks do you think this snake can make?
One moment, let me find the butcher on here because I have a butcher.
Do you actually?
Yes.
Nice.
Let's see. You go to the Black Tab Butchers. You go in, you see a fairly stocky, let's say dwarf at the desk. Butcher's block, whatever. In the process of chopping up some cow meat based on the size. That's an unusual request. I don't get giant snake steak often. I
It's
mean,
a delicacy, and this was a very rare find from the Hunter's Guild. I think it'd fetch a pretty price.
are you trying to sell it or do you want it cut?
How much would you buy it for?
He kind of eyes.
Persuasion?
Sure, go ahead. He
Let's have a chat.
just had to dip out, but we will catch him next time.
It is a skill persuasion is a 7. I'm math right now. 13.
It's a pretty good chunk of meat, but snake does take a decent amount of working to actually make taste good. Especially when folks around here ain't used to eating it. I'll give you like 30 gold for it.
Well, 35.
I mean, even 30 is a bit of a stretch. I'm trying to do you a favor here.
Fine, I'll take 30.
Sucker.
You And that is where we will end session for today. Having pawned off some snake meat, joining the Hunters Guild, more of you. Shenanigans with Calmorn as always. This is why we're glad he shows up.
I told you to play a completely different character, and I definitely have.
This was a pretty fun combat encounter. Most of the damage dealt to y'all was from yourselves.
Different
This
than
happens
Minute,
on
huh?
occasion.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, a little bit.
The only time these things hit you, it seems they rolled 20s. So, don't forget in chat, you have some time left as we roll credits to vote for your favorite characters this session. Just do exclamation point and then the character's name. They will get 50 gold piece or an item equivalent. And we are going to roll credits, find someone to raid, and see you next time. I did the Pierce Finger guns again because I'm awkward.
Bang!
Pew pew!
Bye, everyone.
Bye bye! As I find the mouse cursor. Whoosh.
Hey, thank you so much for getting that SO in chat. I appreciate it. Damien, was last seen playing some Dungeons and Dragons? Huh?
No, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, I was curious what you were gonna say. But Damien was last seen playing some Dungeons and Dragons. If you guys like that kind of stuff, definitely head on over. They are super big on mental health, and they are absolutely lovely people there. So go give them some love. Go check them out. Damien, how was Dungeons and Dragons?